All right.
Question
number six. This one I imagine I imagine right away hacking computers, things like that. But if there's anything outside of that, what's something that you guys, either of you, could give a 40-minute presentation on with no prep whatsoever? If somebody just kind of brought it up, you were like, I have all the thoughts. Let's go.
Okay, two things come to mind. One is blockchain, because I do that all the time. I could talk about like the technology and how it's. I mean, I pretty much wrote 5 books on it, right? Of course, I could do that for 40 minutes. And then also collecting like magic cards and stuff. You know, if you guys mentioned it when we first got on. Could talk about how to play it. You know, all the different series and stuff like that too. So really into that.
Now, is magic like your thing that you collect, or do you collect all kinds of stuff? Like what's...
I collect all kinds of stuff. I have some first edition books right there. You know, I collect first edition books. I have original comic book art. Collect that.
Awesome. That's our
Marvel cards. Yeah, what Marvel? Yeah.
Marvel, DC. I mean, I have Batman and Joker on my arm, and Spider-Man and Deadpool are up here, and I'm comic books.
Here, then. All right, then I'll show you one thing here that you'll appreciate. I collect comic books. There's like Spider-Man #1.
Oh wow, dude.
Yeah, the Iron Man.
That's in the wild. I haven't seen one in the wild like that.
I do love the Galactus up there too. Like I just knew. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Silver Surfer, Galactus first appearance. That one. So I have Amazing Fantasy 15 too, but it's getting graded right now, so I haven't got it back.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yes, I collect comic books too.
I guess so.
Actually, it's I haven't done collecting of comics in a really, really long time, like since I was in grade school. But just recently, my son is very into Godzilla and kaijus and stuff like that, and Marvel and I think it's Toho that owns the rights to Godzilla. They're doing a collaboration over the past couple of weeks. It's a couple of months. It's Godzilla versus, and the first one was Hulk, and then the next one was Fantastic Four, and then the next one was X-Men, the next one was Spider-Man, and then it's culminating in an 8-issue series. Godzilla destroys the Marvel universe. So every Wednesday they come out. My son and I we drive to the comic book shop and pick them up, and I'm like, this is going to be the start of your comic book collection, right? And they have variant covers, so I'll buy 2, or if there's 3, I'll buy a third one. And I was like, okay, bud, so here's the card, here's the film that you put it in. When you're done reading it, you got to put it in there and put it in my room. And it's like, yeah, I got it, no problem, Dad. And then of course next day I wake up, it's on its side and the cover is kind of bent a little, and I'm like, no.
I know that.
You got to buy 2, one to rock, one to stock.
Yeah. There's Magic and Marvel have their first combination set coming out in September. They're doing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. A set of it's a Magic game, but with all the Marvel IP on it, because they've got the rights, I guess, from Disney on that. So it's exciting. Cool. Those two things.
That is exciting. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Love it. Nice. All right,
Steven,
how about you?
Something besides the hacking, because that's obvious. I already mentioned this, but I could do a session for an hour on lucid dreaming, and also I could do a session on multiple different types of surgeries around neuroscience. For example, an endoscopic third ventriculostomy for diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma or aqueductal stenosis. I could do presentations on that and stuff.
Wow.
Okay.
That's spare time reading. What brought you there? What kind of got you into all that?
It's funny. I was going to start a band one time called Scared to Death of Dying, because I have a fear of going into the hospital, surgeries, those types of things, dentist, all that stuff. And so whenever I hear of a friend or a friend of a friend, or even just see something on TV and I hear someone's got some new condition, Like I'll just go geek out on it and read medical journals and watch YouTube videos on the surgeries and stuff like that. And luckily I've got a really good memory. So I end up memorizing all the kind of technical terms and stuff like that, which is pretty funny when you meet somebody like somewhere like, oh, what do you do? Like, oh, I'm a neurosurgeon, and I'll be able to talk to them and like, why do you know this? What's wrong with you? But it comes down to phobia, like fear.
Right.
Promise I'll never leave you for dead. I promise.
No, that's crazy. That's awesome though. Like
I promise I'll call you if I ever hear some bad news, and I'm be like, hey man, I need the lowdown on this.
Well, yeah, I feel like he would definitely be a way better source than like a WebMD or something, or like a
Dr. Google. You have cancer, yeah.
Right.
Urgent care.
Much
care. Where they basically Google what's wrong with you, and they're like, I could be this.
You have cancer or a sunburn.
Yeah.
But it's cool because like an acquaintance of mine their partner's going through stem cell transplants and like basically different. I don't want to give too much details up, but like, you know, bone they got bone cancer basically and blood cancer kind of to get, and they're getting some procedures done. Like they wanted to know about something called graft versus host disease, and I was able to explain that to them in layman's terms, like, which is probably, you know, it's if you talk to a lawyer about like what does this EULA say for iTunes, you're not going to get any better understanding of it probably, but like someone who isn't that profession, who has a good understanding of it, is able to explain it in a much better way than, you know. So
well, yeah, because you already kind of like distilled it down to whatever way you're going to understand it best. So you've kind of like found all the different ways to think about it and explain it. That's really cool.
That's what makes a good teacher. You're a good teacher.